Hi, everybody. It's Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days, 5 minutes, and it's a weekend. And just in time, we're seeing improving weather conditions that's settling into the Northeast and into the Mid-Atlantic states. I think we're going to be in good shape here for the weekend. Earlier this week, it looked like Sunday was going to be a problem, thanks to the old winter storm that they had in the Rockies earlier this week. The trailing cold front was going to be headed our way for Sunday. But it looks like, with the low going toward the Great Lakes and passing well to our north, that the front is actually going to lose some steam, and it may not produce anything other than clouds. There might be some showers in western New York, there might be some showers in western Pennsylvania, and maybe even up into parts of central and northern New England. But everywhere else, it may wind up being very little in terms of rain. Yes, there might be some cloud cover for Sunday, but other than that, I don't see a problem. And tonight and Saturday look great. There's a lot of dry air here. It's taken a little while to get into the area today, but now we're starting to see the dry air forcing the cloud line south, and that is going to be a good thing for tonight and for Saturday. And as far as the temperatures are concerned, take a look at these forecast lows. Tomorrow morning, you'll be waking up to temperatures in the 50s and even some 40s as you go just not that far inland from the coast. You're seeing lows that are going to be bottoming out in the mid to upper 40s in parts of the Hudson Valley and up in Connecticut, in the interior areas of Connecticut, low to mid 50s just about everywhere else. You head a bit further south in New Jersey, temperatures around the 60-degree mark, low 60s around the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area, mid to upper 50s, south central and southeastern Pennsylvania. So a very, very nice night. And high temperatures for tomorrow are going to be on the cool side. Everybody's going to be in the 70s, and in some places it may not get much above the low 70s, like in the Hudson Valley and in Connecticut, seeing highs only in the low 70s. While you head down further south, it's mostly mid 70s and low 70s also along the shore, because we're going to have a northeast wind coming in off the water. So the beach temperatures are pretty much going to reflect the ocean water temperatures, which right now are generally running in the lower 70s. Sunday, with this next front approaching, we'll probably see temperatures edge up to the upper 70s to around 80, depending on how much sun we get. Sunday's kind of a tough call because there might be some cloud cover around. But again, except for maybe the chance for a shower well inland north and west, I'm thinking that this front comes through dry. And then we've got another gorgeous air mass to come in for the first part of next week. Monday, we'll see highs in the 70s to around 80. And Monday night, Tuesday morning, we'll be down in the 50s everywhere again, and even 40s in cool spots. And next Tuesday's highs are going to be probably pretty much like we saw from Saturday, where we're going to see temperatures not get much above the low and mid 70s. Unfortunately, this map is having a difficult time loading. And when we look at the rainfall forecast from the Weather Prediction Center for the next 7 days, take a look at the areas from Northeast Virginia up the coastal plain into coastal northern New England. Many areas getting under a tenth of an inch or less, and in some places not getting anything. So we are seeing a very, very dry period of weather indeed. The rain looks like it's going to be all along the Gulf Coast, because it looks like the Gulf of Mexico is going to be dealing with some tropical action. So let's just take a look at what the upper air pattern looks like here going forward for this week. And I'm going to use the European model that came out this afternoon. So basically what's happening is the northern part of the jet stream in Canada remains very active, and that is with this northwest flow that we see in the upper layers of the atmosphere. It's going to be sending air masses down from Canada. It's also going to be protecting us from the tropics, because Paulette will wind up recurving into that northwest flow. And as I move along through next week and into next weekend, you'll notice that the flow from the northwest remains pretty much intact. And if that's the case, the system that is forecast to develop behind Paulette and Renee could wind up just recurving. It's all going to depend on whether a little upper high can build there and drive it further to the west, but it does seem as if there's not going to be enough high pressure out in the Atlantic to have it impact the U.S. But still want to keep an eye on it. We're kind of early in the game here. The other thing I do want to point out with respect to what's going on the satellite loop is if you take a look off the coast of Florida, we saw yesterday there was disturbed weather there, and the thunderstorms were increasing all day yesterday and overnight. Well, the surface observations show that a low has developed southeast of the southeast coast of Florida in the Florida Straits on the edge of all of this thunderstorm activity. And it looks as if a tropical depression may be trying to form here. This is going to be heading to the west and into the eastern Gulf of Mexico. And I think it stands a good chance of becoming a tropical storm once it gets into the Gulf because upper air conditions are favorable. And in the meantime, here's a view of the system off the Florida coast. And on the right, you see Tropical Storm Paulette, which looks like it has gotten a little better organized today. And this should become a hurricane. It is forecast to come very close to Bermuda sometime Monday morning, either a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right of Bermuda before turning away to the northeast. And the only impact here from Paulette is going to be on Tuesday with the big high to the north. We are going to have a rather strong northeast to east fetch across the Atlantic into the coastline. So that's probably going to mean for some rough surf conditions and maybe slightly higher than normal tides at high tide. So I just want to point that out to you. And that's it as far as our weather is concerned. We're looking good here. And all of next week, I think, could wind up being dry with that northwest flow, with temperatures in the 70s and low humidities just about every single day. So I think we're all going to be looking forward to that. So there's no Joe and Joe weather show tonight. There is always additional weather coverage on my Patreon platform, patreon.com/meteorologist Joe Cioffi. And if you subscribe, it's just $2 a month. If you take a year's subscription, you get 15% off. And I've been doing a lot of my weather coverage on that platform, and it's going to continue and probably increase over the coming months and as we go into the winter months. So I just want to let you know. And if you're on the Patreon platform, you can message me at any time. Have a great day, everybody, and a good weekend. We'll see you tomorrow, and Sunday morning will be the next Joe and Joe Weather Show at 11 a.m. Eastern Time.